Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, and Indycar 2022 has come to an end, and it has been a really good season of action. I have really enjoyed watching Indycar this year especially, but even over the last few years. I think it's one of the best racing series going today, and honestly, per race I enjoy watching Indycar more than I do Formula 1. That's not to say it's a better series. I just enjoy watching it. I get more enjoyment out of watching it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And yesterday we had the final race of the season from Laguna Seca. It was a very clean race. There was not too many incidents. And our champion was crowned. It's a second championship for Will Power, which honestly is kind of long overdue. It's been an interesting season. Plenty of different winners. 7 cars in contention going into the final race, although you could say 3 of them were kind of very much outside bets. Will Power got poled, which really was the perfect start to his weekend. The race may not have gone his way, but he did just enough to have plenty in hand and have everything under control and to take the championship. Alex Palou took the win, and the future of his career is an interesting one where he's had an off year with his team and that, and to be honest, it's not been a perfect year, but he was still in contention and he took a win here. I can see him getting another IndyCar drive if that's what he wants, and I can see there being plenty of interest outside of IndyCar for Alex Palou. As for everyone else, Joseph Newgarden, he was attacking right till the end, and it was a good end to the championship. I think he had a bad start to the year, or at least a mediocre one, but second half of the year he's come on really strong. And the other title contenders, we didn't really see much of them in this race, but it's been a fantastic year for Scott McLaughlin. He has come on leaps and bounds. I can see him winning a championship in the next couple of years. He's taken 3 wins this year. He's constantly running up at the front of the field. If he can keep that up, and I think he can, I don't think 2023 is out of the realms of possibility. He's just an incredible driver. New Zealand does seem to produce a lot of incredible racing drivers. Marcus Ericsson, after his Indy win, he hasn't had the best year ever, but he is a very consistent driver now. He never really used to be, but he only finished outside of the top 10 a couple of times this year. I think he doesn't really get near the podium enough. I think he's been on the podium twice in 2022. His win at Indy, and I think he came second at Road America. But he's usually in the top 10 scoring points. I think he'll be disappointed to have only finished 6th in the championship. It's what he did last year as well. But I think bigger things were on the cards, especially at the halfway point when he was leading the series. It sort of dropped off from there. But I think clearly he's a better driver than he was a few years ago, and it's maybe a case of all-out pace. Like, it's great to be consistent and be in the midfield, but every now and again you need to bring that A+ game, which he has. He showed it at the Indy 500, and he showed it last year when he was taking wins, and clearly it's in his locker. He just needs to get it out on a regular basis and keep up that consistency as well, which is a tough ask, but he's another one where I don't think it's going to take too much more for him to be a champion in IndyCar. Patricio O'Ward, he's good, and again I think he probably has what it takes to be a champion. I don't know if it maybe needs to be with a different team. Yes, his future's interesting. Scott Dixon didn't have a great last race, but he's a 6-time champion. I mean, you wouldn't be too surprising to see him have more success in the future. And there's a lot of young drivers throughout the field. I mean, you've got likes of Alexander Rossi, maybe Colton Herta if he doesn't go to Formula 1. And I think he should, because I think he's an amazing driver, an amazing future talent. He's still very young. If he goes to AlphaTauri, that'd be great. But if not, he's got a career for life in IndyCar. And he definitely has future champion written all over him. Even the rookies, Christian Lundgaard was Rookie of the Year. He was a very good driver in Formula 2. I was surprised he didn't get picked up by a different Formula 2 team. But he has done very well in IndyCar. He's had his moments. But the other rookies, Dave Malukas has had some good moments. He looks pretty good. Not so sure about Chris Kirkwood and Devlin DeFrancesco. Didn't really see enough of them this year. But I think all the rookies really deserve to keep their seat another year at least and really see what they're like. Callum Ilott as well, who's really unlucky. He was running well at Laguna Seca and he broke down. I think he was the only retirement actually. So IndyCar has a very strong future. It has a strong present as well because it has so many great drivers in it. I'm really looking forward to 2023. I can't wait for it to start all over again. I'm going to be keeping track of it all through the off season to see where drivers go and who signs who. And it's impossible to pick a champion for that series. Like if you go back to the start of this year, who would you have picked? I probably wouldn't have picked Will Power. In fact, I think I didn't. I think I chose Joseph Newgarden, which I tend to always do. And again, for 2023, you're going to be considering a lot of the same people. I mean, could it be Scott McLaughlin's year next year? Could be. Marcus Ericsson, great driver. Could be. Patricio O'Ward. Colton Hurt if he stays. Alexander Rossi, Will Power, Scott Dixon. There's too many to name. Alex Palou, we don't know who he's going to be with. We don't know if the rookies are going to improve so much that they become title contenders and race winners themselves. You've got people like Romain Grosjean, who may not have had the best year ever, but he has the odd race where he's right up there. If he can start stringing results together, you can't roll out Romain Grosjean. It's a very, very tough field to pick a winner from because so many of the drivers can race to that caliber. It's a very, very competitive series. And I am really looking forward to IndyCar starting again. I'm kind of sad it's all over. It feels like it's over a bit too early. I could do with another couple of races of IndyCar this year. So I'll leave you with that. I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but I'm doing other things as well. There's going to be lots of videos this week, so remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.